Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is Mike with SmartOptionTrading.com. Happy Friday. I couldn't be happier to see Friday than anybody out there. It's been a very, very long week. Everybody is exhausted. This is our weekly recap video. It goes out to my subscribers and everybody else out there in my universe. If you're interested in learning more about me, please check me out at SmartOptionTrading.com. I'm always running a special. Try me out for $25 for the first 30 days. If you don't like it, cancel through PayPal at any time. All right, so let's sit here. We're sitting here right now. It's 3:30. Trump was supposed to address the nation 30 minutes ago, and like normal, well, he's late. So let's chat about this. We've had a huge pullback correction from our highs. This week, we've had limit downs, we've had limit ups. This market is an absolute mess as we're sitting here all the way in the 247 area. 237 represents a 30% correction in the markets. Also starts to pick up the December 2018 lows of 233. I'm pointing that out to you because ultimately that might be where we want to go. You know, I did a webinar last night. I did it to my subscribers on the virus. I put it out there for free. I highly recommend you go out there and take a look at it and see what you think about it. But bottom line is here, the markets have not yet shown any ability to bounce. We haven't bounced at this point. You have to respect that until it does, you just take quick trades in and out, put money in your pocket and wait and move on. And here he comes. He's coming on right now. So I'm going to pause the recording and restart it. Okay, back. So Trump just gave his speech. He declared a national emergency, and you know, market has been whipping all over the place. He says he opens us access to $50 billion. He specifically pointed out companies that can do remote diagnosis. TOC ran through the roof. Some people filled on this. A lot of people didn't. Huge pop up here on this name. It's halted at this point after massive volume, a $20 plus move. He also singled out Google, which spiked. There goes TDOC opening here at this point. We'll see what it does. Bottom line is here is this market is showing no change here. This country's still open. A bunch of things we thought he might have done here, he didn't do as we go into next week. So what do you need to be aware of? The market has yet to really show it's found the bottom. We don't have a follow-through day here. We close a lot of times on the bottoms and then gapping up, or close on the highs and gap down. Market here is kind of finding its footing going into Friday night here at this point. But it doesn't necessarily mean the bottom's in. There's still a lot going on. The VIX has been elevated for a while now. If you look what's going on with the VIX here, you can see it's come back down to 62, but hit a high of 77 today. Maybe we get some relief. We're way overdue for some type of relief bounce. There is no way to look and say when the bottom will come in. You'll know it when you see it. This market is very likely to try different levels and to play around here. There's a tremendous amount of shorts in this market. When we look at flow today, a couple of things stand out. Where'd it go? Can't find what. There we go. We look at flow today. We saw some buying early on. We saw some big buying on some of the names. We saw some names like the XLF. I think they were actually sold to open. And we saw some buying coming into the SPY. That TQQQ buyer really turned me on there. Why? Because TQQQ is a triple leverage ETF for the Qs. So somebody's coming in and making a bet there. That's usually a pretty good sign for the markets. That means that that person's feeling pretty aggressive. By the way, guys, Apple, we're doing this live, is moving to the highs here. Those calls are starting to move on Apple. We looked at the weekly 270s here. I didn't have a chance to grab them as I'm talking to you, but they were trading down around 18 cents, and they're trying to pop up a little bit. So what you need to do here is have your shopping list, and we've gone over this multiple times, and say, what do you like here? And I continue to look at names that are holding in better. Apple continues to hold in better in the markets above the 200-day. So has BABA. It bounced off the 200-day and held it as well. And you want to keep an eye on names like this that are acting. You want to have a shopping list. You want to have your go-to names as we go forward here and get moving in this market. And you know, you have to decide what you like. AMD's been a strong name, still holding in above the 200-day here as well. So you have to decide what you like, what names look good, and really where do you want to put your money. And the best thing you can do here is keep as much of your powder dry, take small trades here and there, try things when you feel comfortable, but try to keep most of yourself ready for when these markets are ready to go. You know, for me this week, I traded sometimes more aggressively, sometimes less. And you can see, you know, what I was able to do this week is I was able to consistently make a little bit of money. Sometimes it wasn't easy. And I kept my stops, my losses small. And that's really what's key in a market like this, not to get yourself in trouble. You get stopped out, you get stopped out. You don't. And you move on. My trades, I keep moving my stops up. I keep trying to find ways to make money in this market and just move things forward. Whether it was with options or with stock, I've traded both. Remember, the implied volatility is through the roof. Because the VIX is so high, option prices are through the roof. What that means is, if you look here, look at the IV for next week on Apple. That's 69%. Now this is dropping fast because right now, as we're sitting here, the VIX is coming in like a rock. And if that continues to happen, that could be a good sign. So you can see the VIX taking out the low of the day. And that's a good thing to see. So if this continues to happen, maybe we get some type of relief rally next week. Evidently, the market likes this emergency declaration. So we'll see where we go next week. Everybody relax, enjoy the weekend, keep yourself safe. More importantly than anything, that's the one thing I want everybody to do, is keep themselves safe. Make sure you have food in the house, and I'll catch you guys all with charts tomorrow and then on Monday morning. Everybody have a fabulous weekend.